We live.
Yo, what's up?
Shadow Cool Radio.
It's for Sean P and Reese back for another edition of Shadow Code Radio this evening. So tonight, we're going to discuss a couple controversies that went on in the last week or so in hip hop. First, we're going to delve into this Conway the Machine versus Funk Flex, which um, I think this is a very interesting debate. Off top, I don't feel that there were two people that were either one person was right or wrong. They were both right, they were both wrong in a weird way. I think both bring up good points, but I think there's a deeper issue to discuss about this, and we're going to get into that. But first, let's talk about how this started, and let's play first Conway the Machine side, and let's play Funk Flex and his rebuttal to that, and then we'll go into really in depth what this all means and try and make sense of it. So, Reese, let's go with the video.
Like New York and shit, my opinion, man, y'all gotta get them old niggas up out the way, like Flex and them niggas, man. You know what I mean? Them gatekeepers that y'all got up there, man, that's trying to dictate, like, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Good thing I don't need y'all niggas, because if I needed y'all niggas would be fake stifling my growth. Y'all don't play my shit. Sus One, you got on Wendy Williams show, nigga, on primetime TV, nigga, and, like, say it what you said. Flex, every chance you get, you said that. You got to stand on that. Which you didn't, like, shit on us. Like, I want to make that clear. Goose, you know what I'm saying? So what I told you when I sang, like, oh shit, he ain't saying nothing wrong shit. That ain't his motion. He don't listen to that shit. But it's like, what do you listen to then, bro? It's clear what you listen to. You want to dick ride the niggas who lit and popular in the club and, you know, all that shit, nigga. That's what y'all niggas do. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. We got to get rid of y'all niggas, man. Let some new, young, really tapped in with the streets ass niggas be the DJs and run that shit up there at Hot 97, nigga, and all that shit. And I love Hot 9. You know what I'm saying? My nigga, all them niggas up there, bro, everybody. Like, I fuck with all that. Hot 97 love me. But, like, niggas like Flex and niggas don't understand, like, the shit they be saying. Like, people really take that shit and run with it sometimes, bro. Like, the fuck you get on there and talk about me for, man? When you know, niggas not fucking with me anyway. Can we admit the facts? Point them out, bro. Point niggas out, my nigga. Y'all know niggas not fucking with Griselda on no day. Conway, Benny, Westside Gun on no day. We ain't never even seen this before. I know, cause nigga, the clan told me, nigga. Raekwon, my big brother, nigga. Now, you know what y'all niggas doing? You feel me? Buster. Yo, y'all niggas, that's y'all niggas doing it right. All them niggas. But it's weirdos. Like you weirdo DJ niggas and y'all niggas think that y'all run New York, nigga. Y'all is lame and clowns. I hate motherfucking the media. I hate you DJ niggas. Not all of them. I fuck with the DJs, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, just some of y'all niggas in New York City, man. Y'all niggas be just doing weirdo shit, bro. Like, that's why y'all niggas, like, for real, man, y'all gotta move out the way, man. Let some of them young tapped in niggas that's really outside, really in the clubs, really tapped in, really know the new. Y'all not even looking for new ill niggas. Y'all not even looking for new ill niggas. Y'all don't even know who new and hot right now, up and coming. Yo, nah, check that nigga out. Them niggas over there making noise in Brooklyn. Yo, what's this nigga over there? Such and such in the Bronx. Niggas making crazy noise, nigga. Y'all niggas don't even know who next. Y'all don't even look for that. Y'all just want to dick ride who popular, who now. I can't wait for Future and them niggas to come to town so y'all can take pictures and be in them niggas sections with y'all phone out videoing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas gotta get out the way, man. What's up, man? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Uh, there's a lot to digest in that. A lot to digest. First of all, I just want to go and say I think he had to be drunk, high, or a combination of both. Because that was just a straight ramble for 4 minutes. I mean, and there was a lot of talking out of both sides of his mouth too. Like he was saying, Hot 97 loves me. I got love for y'all niggas, but y'all niggas hate us at the same time, and I don't know, man.
I Lee listening to that, he I know what you said in the beginning. When you said they both wrong, no, he totally wrong. I
Hey,
I'm
hey,
I
now
put
that you
this all on
just on
him.
the full thing, right?
Yeah, I put this all
Yeah,
on him. Like
yeah.
it's a
He
bunch of different reasons why. Like it's so many different reasons why I feel like he's wrong in this whole situation. Because number one, why are you worried about other people? Like why? Why are you worried about what other people are
But
doing?
remember, he said we don't need
We
he.
don't need you.
Yeah. So what is?
He said y'all need some up and coming talent up in there, some up and coming DJs. But I don't. Let's be clear. I don't need y'all though. But there's some new niggas out there. Well, why you ain't putting these new niggas on?
Exactly. But anyway,
Why you not putting them on?
before let's play the full context now
Yeah,
because it's going to get worse. Because so Funkmaster Flex had rebuttal
yeah.
on. So he responds to who is Conway. Haha. So let's begin. You're managed by Rock Nation, Jay Z, signed to Shady Records, Eminem, distributed by Interscope Records, a major label. You and your team have had a feature from Jay Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, J. Cole, Jadakiss, Travis Scott, French Montana, and more. Wasn't you on Kanye Donda album? I remember you. I remember. I'm not. I'm gonna give you the advice Paul Rosenberg should have gave you. You're 40 bars rapper, sorry lyricist that has had every resource possible. If you are not happy with your career as of today, with all of them cosigns, I think you peaked, my guy. What do you think? Only gonna take this as disrespect because the truth might be a bit much for you. Signed, Grandpa, Wheelchair Bandit, Warm Milk General. I might need a podcast. What do y'all think? So he said a lot. He he said a lot in there. There's a lot to digest in there, but on that side, there's a lot to digest, and he said a lot of indictments on Conway right there, and he's talking a lot of facts on there. So we got both sides of it now. Let's start with Conway because Reese, I don't know where to begin with that. Like, what do you really want? I guess my thing is, what do you really want? You want to get play on Hot 97. You want your team, your young team, MCs to get play on Hot 97, or is he really speaking to the real elephant in the room that Hot 97 does not support the lyrical New York MC? Like, what's going on here?
Um, to be honest with you, I think that he has an issue not just with Flex. I think he has an issue with the radio. I think he has an issue with the radio playing popular people, and Flex is just a part of that. Um, from everything I gathered, I don't understand what his issue is. He's all over the place in this.
Yeah.
He's all over the place. It's like, dog, if you first of all, everything that Flex said is the truth, right? We just gonna say that. He even acknowledged that it's the truth. He's saying, I got old Hove saying we the shit. I got Buster, I got Legend saying I'm the shit. He even acknowledged that. So if you got Legend saying you the shit, then why not put the people on that you believe is hot in the Bronx or Brooklyn or New York or wherever? Why are you worried about what Flex and them are doing? That's my thing. And another thing that I could say is these artists. He said Hot 97 loves him. So why not go to Hot 97 and say, hey, listen, what y'all think about doing a hardcore midnight hardcore hip hop night, and I'll be the host of it. What y'all think about that? And I'll find a new talent. Why not do that? Why not lead by example?
Or
Why are
even
you,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Why
Nah,
are you worried about what Flex and all these other DJs are doing? Like they suppose like Flex supposed to stop hanging with Future to go look for new artists. He's already past that point already. That's what I don't get. These DJs don't really have to look for new talent because they're not A&Rs. They're DJs. The A&Rs are these people who control these little niggas' careers. That's who should be going up there and putting their music up. That's it.
first of all, I think that when I say both are wrong or both are right, I think that um I think that Funkmaster Flex is really 80% in the right in this. He's 80% in the right because one, um, it's not the job of Hot 97 to promote the up and coming and new young New York talent no more. Hot 97 is past that point 20 years ago. Hot 97, when it comes up on your radio dial, it says pop radio station. It's a pop station now, for all intents and purposes, because hip hop is a popular genre. They're going to play who's buzzing, they're going to play who's hot in the mainstream. That's their role. I don't know if they still have, I haven't listened to Hot 97 on a consistent basis in a long time. They used to have, rest in peace, DJ K Slay up there, doing a midnight show, but that might be years ago because I lived in New York a while ago. I don't know if he's there anymore, if that show is there anymore. But that's not the job of Hot 97. They're a pop radio station. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, your brand of music is not geared to a pop mainstream under 25 audience. So there's a disconnect there. You know what I mean? But that's not to say that you can't get play on the radio. That's not to say you can't get a radio single on there. The second part about it is Funkmaster Flex, he's been a sellout, dog. He's been a sellout for over close to 25 years, definitely 20 years. I was done with Flex when Funkmaster Flex basically played a part in getting Nas banned from playing Ether at Summer Jam because of his business affiliations with Jay-Z and The Rock. You know what I mean? And from then on, Flex has always been a guy that was a quote dick rider, whether it's the Bad Boy family that he rode with, whether it's Dipset, whether it's G Unit when they were at their peak. He tried to pick uh, a fight and side with Meek Mill in the Meek Mill versus Drake beef, and this is when Flex is totally exposed. And Meek, I think that was political because Meek was affiliated with Jay-Z and Diddy. So of course Flex is going to take that side, that political affiliation. And he tried to go against Drake and he lost. He realized that Drake's too powerful for him and over his head because Drake can buy Hot 97, bro. He has his own festival that grosses way more money than Summer Jam. You can't fuck with Drake. So when he realized that, he did a total about face, reversed, and he called Drake that he said was could never be top five. Drake is now top five and he's better than Jay-Z. And he said specifically he couldn't be top five because he used writers. And then, not even like a year later, he called him top five and better than Jay-Z. After that, I realized Flex is about a bag, dog. Flex does not care about promoting young New York artists unless they're getting the mainstream pull. So you're barking up the wrong tree, Conway. Like that was the wrong guy to go after. Really, and I don't get why you will go at Hot 97. They're a pop radio station.
I think now I will throw Conway a little bit of leniency here by you saying what you said about Flex doing all that and it being a pop station. I guess that's what Conway's saying, like move these old niggas out the way. But to 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 the point I'm making about it being a pop station, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop making money off of. That's like they making all this money, and all of a sudden they start to care about the new and up and coming artists and say, you know what? Let's stop playing Drake. Let's stop playing Future. Let's stop playing all these turn up or drill or whatever. Let's stop playing all that. We ain't playing that no more. But here's the weird part. He talking about the up and coming artists. It's a lot of up and coming artists in New York that is popular and they rap. They just make the music that appeals to the people that they play it to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty.
Fabio Foreign, A Boogie with the hoodie, all of them. They play that. I don't know what type of rap he's talking about. Is he talking about street rap? Because that's not gonna fly in today's maybe with him and what he's doing, but for the masses that's not gonna fly. But at the same time, you got to make a radio hit or you got to make something that people gonna want to listen to. And
We
if
gotta
you
get.
yeah,
We,
if you're
we
not if you're not gonna commit to that, how you gonna tell them they should be playing your music? You ain't committing to doing songs that's catered to the masses. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna make songs that you can't make everybody like your music. Even the artists that's at the top of the game understand that. You can't even make everybody like your music. You just gotta
that
find your pocket and go to it. You know what I'm saying?
well. First of all, New York does play up and coming, you know, artists, and you name them: Fabio Foreign, 22 G's. They were ahead of the curve on Pop Smoke before his untimely passing. Um, A Boogie with the hoodie. But the thing about it is that style and that brand of hip hop is not geared to the lyrical MC. That's New York. That's Brooklyn drill. That's what's popular now. They're playing majority New York artists, but you're not part of that wave.
Yeah.
So if you're not part of that wave, then what are you complaining about? Because guess what? If those quote unquote old niggas that you talk about, if they go out of the way, the young DJs and the young quote unquote the young DJs, who do you think they're gonna
They
play?
gonna play. It's gonna get worse.
Fabio, Fabio Foreign. They're gonna play all of the new up and coming drill artists because that's what's popping in the clubs. That's what's popping in the streets. The woo walk, the dancing, and all of that. The dances on TikTok geared toward drill music. You're not part of that, Conway. So you're still gonna be mad at Hot 97,
Yeah.
even if they get those old dudes out the way.
What is like my thing is like my question to him is what does he expect them to do? He expect them to play who? Who is he? All the new artists, 90% of the new artists is drill. None of them are rapping like y'all. Y'all Griselda, maybe Ransom. But Ransom been in the game for a minute. So you got Griselda, you got Ransom, and I would even put Griselda in the same class as the new niggas because they kind of solidified right now. They done made it. So who are you gonna bring in? Who are you gonna
He's
bring? All these dudes, Fee Lord, what's that? Ito Pagante, all of them.
Fee
They
Lord,
Del
Camino.
Camino, what are you gonna play? They've been doing it. They've been doing it for years. These niggas got like 30 albums. What are you
Rock
gonna do? Rock
Marciano.
Marciano, they already solidified. It's like they have their lane already. So
But
what do you, I
it's
don't
not even
understand it.
it's not even that though. Like what Rock Marciano ain't complaining. You know what I mean? And this is where kind of the double talk comes in. Because Conway said, well, I don't need y'all niggas anyway. The artists that you're claiming the new niggas or the new wave, like the 38 Special of the world, the El Camino, the other guy that was Rome Streets. That's
Yeah.
another. Where where's that energy with them? They're not bitching and complaining because they have their wave. They know where their market is, and believe it or not, as independent artists, they can make money. They don't need Hot 97. So if they're not complaining about it, and they're not banging down the door of Hot 97, then what? Now, if this was 25 years ago, you might have had a point because we only had but so many outlets for real hip hop. You know what I mean? You were pretty much underground at that point. But today, I mean, you could stream anywhere. All you do is you stream. They're doing mad festivals. They're doing mad tours. You know, they're already making money, and they haven't even put out an album on a major label yet. So it's like, where is this going, Conway? Really?
That's what I'm going to say. Like what I want to say, and I guess we could close this out. Um, what really pisses me off, not really pisses me off, what really gets under my skin is when artists say stuff like this. First of all, the radio is not relevant. Let's just get that clear. I don't care what Funkmaster Flex is doing. I don't care. It's talk shows on the radio now. Most of them don't even play music no more.
Morning, yeah.
You know what I mean? If they do play it, it's basically a loop. They've been exposed that the radio DJs are not even there. It's a loop. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, most people want to get on playlists. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all of them are 10 times bigger than the radio right now. YouTube, that's where everybody's at. So for you to say, oh, you should be playing, is for who? Who's listening to the radio? Nobody's listening to the radio. Nobody cares.
The only people that care about the radio are like, teens under the age of like 25 and females, women listeners who have that on in the background, whatever. Like,
So let me ask you
grown,
a question. Let me ask you a question, right?
yeah.
Let me ask you this question. If you had a chance to have your song on the radio, or if you had your chance to put your song on iTunes, right? What would you rather do? I mean, no, I'm sorry, not you. I'm saying as the consumer, what would you rather have? Listening to a song on the radio where they only play it one time, or you can actually have it and play it as much as you want?
Oh, streaming, dog.
There you go. So that's where people are at right now. Now, I'm not saying the radio, I'm not saying that everybody's completely off the radio, but I am saying that a good percentage of people, they done left the radio behind. They been did that. You know what I'm saying? Now, his argument is, oh, why didn't he playing on the radio? But you only going to get about, let's say, in New York, you might get about 10,000 people listen. That's it to the radio. But the other 3 million people are going to be listening to on their Apple iPhone or their Galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it. But it is what it is,
I
man.
think he's meaning that they still need. I guess what he's saying is, and let's, because he's saying I don't need y'all or whatever, but basically he wants Hot 97 to get like the Rome Streets of the world or what have you, to give them some shine because it's going to help with their streams and help them get bigger. But see, this is the thing. Their music is not geared toward the under 25 and females. It's hardcore, you know, if you want to call it boom bap street rap. And the only people that are really going to love that are men over the age of 30 or 35. Really, that's their market. And that market's not listening to the radio.
Yeah.
And he has to understand that logic. But see, this is another thing. Like, these are the two things. First, I'm going to talk about Flex's side. You know what I mean? And Flex already came back. I believe he came back with another rebuttal saying, listen, I'm going to give you a beat. I'm going to give you a week to work on it. I'll give you the beat, Conway. I'll give you a week to work on it. You send it back up to me. You come on Hot 97. We debut it, and we're going to see if it's hot. I actually think, you know what he's really talking about and what his whole Deal is what his whole rant he went on Twitter. He's basically calling out Conway and saying, "Bro, you can't make a hit.
Mm.
You can't make a hit that can move people and move different audiences." And that right there was the ooh moment
Yeah.
right there. And real talk,
Oh shit.
he may have a point, Reese. I don't know what you think about that.
I, I had this argument on the page. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about Lamar, Mr. Lamar. I had this argument with somebody, and it says y'all talking about this guy, but most of the guys that y'all like, they can't make hits. Y'all just like these guys because y'all like that type of music. And it's not the nothing to shit on Conway, and I'm not saying he don't have the ability to do anything, but if you done gave me for the last 10 albums the same type of music, I'm only gonna assume that you gonna make the same type of music. You're not gonna step out the box and try something totally different to the point where you get people, because what's gonna happen is that's gonna ruin your integrity to the fans. It's like, oh, damn, he sold out. Cause they don't want to be seen that way. You know what I'm saying? It's it's very hard to be Jada Kiss. I'm just gonna say that. It's very hard to be Jada Kiss because Jada Kiss, he played that line very well. We kept the streets, but he also made hits. You know what I'm saying? But he also played the streets very well. Same thing with DMX. But a lot of these rappers don't get it. At one point in your career, you're gonna have to make something to make yourself much
I,
bigger than what you are. If not,
you
you're
know what
gonna be arguing with Flex.
you know what it is, and I think there. This is where what Conway doesn't understand, and his teammate, Benny the Butcher, he kind of gets it because he realizes that, look, I'm gonna have to make some more music that's gonna go outside of what our core underground fan base wants, right? But see, I think a good comparison is somebody like a Pusha T. You
Mm,
know what I mean? But see, this is the problem. Pusha T came in this game off of a mega hit in the streets and the club and off of grinding. So Pusha T from the beginning knew the formula. And even though he's a solo artist, he has the ear. And to be fair, he has always had the all-star production, whether it's Kanye or Pharrell, on his side. So no matter what, he was able to make street music that could also get played in the clubs and the radio. You know what I mean? And see, Conway has to realize that. Kanye has to master that art that, yo, I still gotta be street, but I still gotta make some music that's gonna go outside of my core fan base. Let me ask you an honest opinion. Can Conway the Machine make a hit like Grinding?
oh man. I'm gonna say he has the ability maybe to do it. I think he can do it. I think it's just it all depends on the uh the producer who makes the beat. I will say this, and people gotta understand it doesn't. It's not that street rap can't be popularized, or it just depends on who does it, or how you do it. Like you remember the song OT Genesis, I'm in love with the
Yeah,
coca. That's a street record, even though it's cased in turn up, but it's a street record because he's talking about coke. You know what I'm saying? The song is
same thing with
about coke.
same
So
thing, same
yeah,
thing
there
with
you
Fetty
go.
Wap.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that if he can learn how to case that stuff, because Pusha T is very good at casing street shit into hits. He just know how to do it. I think that what it is with them, well, I think that the what's holding Griselda back for the most part is their production. Because I think if they got somebody like maybe like a Hit Boy or somebody with a more up tempo and broke the beat up where they have to rap a certain way and break it up instead of it being some underground dungeon stuff that you like somebody walking down in a dungeon. Nobody wants to hear that all the time. I think if they got somebody like that, like the what's the song what's that the song with Kanye and Pusha Coca Cola, what's it called? Pepsi,
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. If Conway was on that, that would have been a hit. If he did his joint with that, that would have been a hit because the beat is catered to the radio. Jay-Z's good at that, but I think that Conway don't see that. He just sees something like he likes, and they've been doing it, and people fuck with them because they street. They're the only. You know what I'm saying?
I think he thinks that because he's got a big movement and a cult following that, that should translate to Hot 97.
Nah, don't
Not
work like that.
You got to understand, if you're on Hot 97, you better have a hit, and I mean a mega hit that's streaming. And I think it's harder today because not only do you have to have a hit that plays in the club or the radio, but you got to get those follows up on TikTok and Instagram too now.
Yeah.
You got to be dance to it. And I'm just going to be honest, I don't think Conway can make that record. I don't think he can make a grinding. I don't think he can make a Jada Kiss, um, knock yourself out. I don't think he can make that level of a record. Can he make a record to get played on the radio maybe every now and then? Yeah, he could get on the radio. He's probably been on the radio on Hot 97 before. But Flex is directly calling him out. It's like, bro, I'll give you a week. You make me a hit, you could come on and I played on Hot 97. He's basically challenging him, bro. It's like, bro, you can't make a hit.
Mm.
And it's a very interesting dynamic. He's calling him out like, yo, really? You don't got that kind of potential.
I think
Now, on the flip side, Benny the Butcher, maybe. I think he's the best bet to make a real mega hit because he kind of knows how to mold in to what like a Pusha T does. But Conway, I don't know about that. And remember, we always had this back and forth. Remember who was better? Conway, Benny the Butcher. Remember we always used to have that.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm taking over. But the number one thing, Conway can't make a hit. And it's that elephant in the room he can't run away from.
Yeah, I think that what you saying is true. I feel like I do feel like Flex calling him out is a big deal, but I think to Conway's point, I noticed how he took it off of him and he tried to say he don't play like these nude up and coming people. He said we don't need you. So Flex is like directly saying, well, nah, we ain't talking about them. We talking about you. You know what I mean? You going with the issue.
Up, bro. He brought it up.
Yeah, so you the one with the issue. Nobody else brought it up but you. So
But let me take it to Conway's point about these old ass niggas that the old ass niggas that never support New York hip hop. And this is the real elephant in the room. This is the real juicy conversation, which I don't think Conway brought up and geared it in the right direction. But let's talk about the real conversation. Did Hot 97 kill the lyrical New York MC? And when and how did that happen? That's the real discussion that we want to talk about. And I think that's why there's many layers to this because I think Conway has a point.
that's a whole nother show. I would love to have that. That's a whole nother show. Like talking about that, man. I got a lot to say about that. That'd be too much. That's a whole nother show. To be honest with you, but
Yeah.
yeah, I no, I think definitely think we should go through the history of Hot 97 and what happened to Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? Because Hot 97 was the biggest radio station on the East Coast at one point.
But you know what? But before we look through it, I think he has a point there. But again, I think his energy is geared at the wrong people. I mean, you're gonna have to go back to the early to mid 2000s as to why the local MC didn't get played or is not getting the play they wanted. But see, even back then, you still had to make a hit. You still had to make something for the radio to move. Even in the early 2000s, even Nas, even all the greats had to make hits, and he has to understand that concept. But his energy is geared at the wrong people. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
For example, and I agree with you, that's an interesting show. I think that the lyrical MC, the lyrical New York MC, died out as being the mainstream, basically the mainstream staple around the mid 2000s, 2005. And a lot of people point out to different reasons. They point to 50 Cent for breaking up New York, and 50 Cent did play a part in all of that. But one reason and one thing that people never talk about, and this is why this is a whole nother show, Reese. Um, you ever notice how Jay-Z gets a pass during that whole time period? Remember that whole
Yeah.
fake retirement and all of that?
Yeah.
And this is my theory, call it conspiracy or not. Jay-Z did that retirement and took that job at Def Jam basically to blow up the South. Because who was Jay-Z's first prodigies when he was president of Def Jam? Young
Yeah.
Jeezy, Young Jeezy, and Rick Ross. And they made those big bangers, those big club bangers, those big trap bangers. And all of a sudden, the trap wave started. T.I. blew up. And then off of the heels of that, Wayne became the number one guy in the game. But people, and of course, it's Jay-Z, it's Jay-Z's promotion. What do you think Hot 97 is going to do? Hot 97 rocks with them. Same thing. I mean, same thing. At the same time, remember, this was the whole issue with Joe Buttons at that time. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And why Joe Buttons had a problem with Jay-Z not promoting him and not because Joe Buttons was supposed to be the
Yeah.
next guy up. And all of a sudden that got canceled because like, nah, we got to go to these South dudes like
Yeah.
Jeezy Ross, and they became legends off of that.
Yeah.
But people always give Jay-Z a pass for not playing a part in really killing the New York sound. But
Yeah.
again, I rest my case.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you got a point there. He signed Neo too. Ain't Neo from Atlanta, right?
Neo, it was Neo, Rihanna.
Rihanna.
It was Young Jeezy. It was Rick Ross. Ludacris was already there, and he was already making hits. And off of that, T.I., off of that whole wave, T.I. took his game to a next level. You know what I mean? And then, of course, Wayne came in with the drought, mixtapes, the Carters, and the rest was history. But here's the thing. If if Conway would really do his research on Hot 97, that's kind of when it started. And this guy is signed to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You are signed to Jay-Z, bro.
Jay Z, no, and you got a point there because I
He's
remember, I remember.
played a part in tearing down
Listen, bro.
or kind of bringing down the New York MC.
He also played a part of bringing down lyricists too because I remember when J Cole said Jay Z would not play his record. He would not let his record come out because he said it was too lyrical. He said he needed to make a hit. J Cole said this. He said he needed to make a hit.
Go.
He said I need to make a hit. He said it on one of his albums. I think it was on Born Sinner. But he was like talking about how Jay was telling him you can't put that out. You gotta make a hit. And he was saying he had to dumb down his lyricism
Dumb it down.
to make a hit.
And not
And
only that, J. Cole was one of his big proteges. And where is J. Cole from? He's not from Brooklyn.
yeah,
So
North Carolina, right from the South.
it's like, bro, the guy you are assigned to and is managing you doesn't even support the New York lyrical sound
Yeah,
or in years.
yeah,
So really, in the end of the day, boss, you really need to take a look in the mirror. And this is where Flex, he kind of Flex basically had his mic drop moment on Conway with that one.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah,
He had his mic. So I gotta give this to Flex. He's pretty much the right party in this. But it's like Conway, bro, you're barking up the wrong tree. There are a whole lot of other avenues you need to bark up. as to
Yeah.
why your style of music doesn't get the love New York should.
Yep. Yeah,
So
man.
that's it. So anyway, check us out. We're gonna post this show on our Shadow Code Radio page. Stay tuned for that. We're gonna be back in a few. We got to get to the next beef. We got to talk about this Gilly and Rick Ross situation. There's a lot to say. I know you got a lot to say about
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna catch you back in a few and stay tuned. All right, peace.